Today is a Freedom Friday Q&A, a question that quite a few of you have been asking me. What is God? Or what do I mean when I say God? It's a big conversation. Let's go.
This is your life, no one else is gotta live it. This is your fight that only you can win.
Hello everyone and welcome to Freedom Friday, where you learn how to free yourself and live your dreams. I'm Darienne, your certified spiritual rock star. And if you want to get these videos every single week, make sure you subscribe and click to get notifications, the little alarm bell thing. You know, so I'm working on this new blurred background thing. I don't think it looks blurry. I'm testing things out. I don't know if it's working. And I'm also working on my hair too. So I remember the first time I got a question like this, and it was from someone who's actually from a Muslim background. And of course they have a very different God than, let's say, Christianity. And then there's a lot of people that are questioning what I mean when I talk about God, because they're like, I don't know about this whole God word. It's kind of making me feel funny. Some people really reject the word. Some people have been raised in really strict religion, and some people have just seen an idea of religion that's very constricting, whether it was in their life or not. And some people, because of that, reject the word God. So I got the question again, what do you mean when you say God? And so I thought, let me make a video about it. I did not make a video last week. I was going to make this video last week, but I ended up spending the day with my soul sis, Julie Belconnor, who was on one of my videos. She's actually the only guest I've ever had on Freedom Friday, technically. And I just ended up spending the day with her. I had all the intentions of the world to come and make this video, and then I didn't. So I trust that it's totally in perfect timing, and it's probably because now I'm in a place where I've been feeling really good the last couple days and been having those moments where I just like cry for no reason, and I just feel so grateful. You know, those good feelings. So I think now is the perfect time. So let's talk about God. What is God? So there was an exercise that Gabrielle Bernstein had us do in my spiritual coaching training called Spirit Junkie Masterclass. And she had us sit in meditation. And she said, you know, if you're going to be teaching spirituality, if you're going to be a spiritual coach, you need to really know what God means to you. And, you know, I think that we all kind of at that point, we had all been sort of on the spiritual road, and we all kind of had an idea, but I don't know if any of us really ever sat down and really defined God. Not that you can define God, but really define God for ourselves. So she had us go into this meditation, and we're in this meditation, and she had us come through, you know, ask our higher selves or whatever we were asking. You know, I was just being guided. There's lots of tears that weekend, and asked us what God meant to us. And then had us open our eyes and just start writing. And you guys know that I do that inspired writing. And so I felt really alive when I started to write this. And this is what I wrote. God is creation. God is connection and pure inspiration. When I write the song of God. When I sing the sound of God. And when I dance the fire of God within me. I was so insanely lit up by that definition that Gabby said, who wants to share? And I was like, me! And they gave me the mic. I had such an insane desire, and I was like, I need to share this. People need to know this. And I said it, and everybody screamed, and it felt so good to me. Oh, I just hit my microphone. Sorry, that messed me up. But it felt so good to me because I'm an artist. And so for me personally, God is the concept of creation, the energy that brings things together to make something. The energy that gives you the power to think a thought and then bring it towards you. It is connection. How I can speak to you, and there are so many thousands of you, but I can connect with just each and every one of you, or just one of you, and we can feel that connection. I feel it when I come on with you guys. I feel it, and that to me is God. When I am so insanely inspired that the inspiration and the passion lifts me out of my chair into the action, that inspiration, that embodiment, that to me is God. So on a personal level, when I write, no matter what I'm writing, because that is my connection to God, when I write the song of God. That is God. The creation in that, the essence of what I'm doing there, that is God. When I sing the sound of God. This is what God sounds like. And not just saying it's just me, but that's how it feels to me. That is how I'm experiencing God. That is what I would call God. When I am not just me, but when anybody is so connected to their own spirit that when they express themselves, that is the sound of God, right? That's what I mean when I say that. And when I dance the fire of God within me. The flames of God within me. And I'm ever flowing. And that instinct to just be ever flowing, that when I literally dance, the instinct of how my body moves and how it feels, and when I not that I dance like this, but when I feel like I'm flowing, that's God. That's me being fully embodied by my own spirit. So to me, personally, that is God. It is a connection. It is an essence. It is an almighty power. It is love. And everything that is umbrellaed underneath of that concept of love, the good stuff. It's the thing that is most natural to me. That's God, to me. And so it's not a God of any rules. It's not a God that's, up in the clouds waiting to judge you on some day. No. It is so insanely limitless that we can't even conceive it. We can't really even define it because it has no limits. It's fluid. There are no rules there in this essence, right? This love, this energy, there's no rules here. We go everywhere. It goes everywhere. It is everything. It flows through into everything. That is God to me. And so I would suggest to you to do a similar exercise like that and really get deep into a meditation and say, okay, God, or Spirit, or maybe you're Jesus, or I don't know what you are. I can't tell you how many times I've prayed to Jesus and been like, listen, I don't know if I really need to be praying to you because I don't follow Christianity really that much. I grew up with it, but if I need to pray to you, Jesus, you let me know because I got no issue doing it. But you come and connect with me. And I have felt that presence of Jesus connect with me. Totally feel it right now. But I wouldn't, and that is God, yes, but I wouldn't describe that as being just God. That is a part of God. Feels good. I'm kind of shaking right now. Jesus is here, guys. Jesus is here. But the thing that I've known as far as my connection with Jesus, and I'm using Jesus only because I grew up in a Christian Catholic-based, so Jesus was a prominent thing for us. So what I feel when I connect with Jesus is that he is no more special than me, than you. That what he represented was that this is what all of us are. right? And his essence came down into earth to kind of be an example of that and do his best to teach that and be one with our brothers and sisters. And it wasn't about idolizing him, which is what we ended up doing, right? We ended up really, really idolizing him, that he was the Son of God. But the truth is that we are the Son of God. And again, I don't want to, if you're rejecting this, I don't want to impose this upon you. I'm just saying that this was my personal experience. And I cannot tell you ultimately what God is for you. So I invite you to sit in a deep meditation, sit and do something that you feel most connected in, and ask that question. What is the definition of God? What is God? Show me spirit, show me angels, show me inner being, show me something I don't know. Maybe I'm talking to the air. Whatever you feel, wherever you are in your spiritual connection, knowledge, verbiage, wherever you are. There's been plenty of times where we're like, I don't know what I'm praying to, but like, if there's something there, answer me. And I'm telling you, when you quiet yourself, a knowing will come to you. Whether it comes to you in that moment or it comes to you 20 moments from now, that knowing will come to you if you really want to know the answer. And so I totally invite you to do that. Another thing that I had a woman teach me to do was to think about how I'm already defining God. Let's say, maybe God is judging me up in the sky, judging me, or maybe he doesn't really like me, or he's trying to punish me, or what are my limiting beliefs about God? And then think, kind of like, if God is the Almighty creator of all things, right? If that is true, and if God is completely unlimited, and if God is all-powerful and I can do all things through the power of God, if that's true, then this belief that God is judging me up in the sky really doesn't correlate with that. And so what she had me do was create the God that I needed to have. I needed to know that something was always there for me all the time. And so I created a God that was there for me all the time. And I needed to know, this is really powerful shit that I'm saying right now. I needed to know that something loved me. I needed to know that something supported me. That even when the world was going crazy, I always had that something to lean on. I needed to know that there was something there to remind me of my power. I needed to know that I had power. And so the God that I needed to create completely contradicted the God that I had already thought I knew. And so I created the God that I needed. And through the law of attraction, I manifested that for myself. Whether it is real or not, who gives a fuck? Because I experience it myself. I'm not here to debate with you whether this is God or that's God, or Jesus or Allah or whatever religion is the proper one. I'm not here to argue that point. And I know that there are a lot of religions that say, who the fuck do you think you are trying to create a God, a whole new God? I don't know, I'm just radical. I'm creating a new religion. Here it is, it's called Create the God You Need. I just did that. I just created a new religion. Create the God you need. I don't think I created that religion, but I'm broadcasting it. Honestly, I think that it's the path that we've all been on. I think that it's the path of all of you that are questioning your religion. All of you that ask the question, what is God? If you didn't feel a little bit like maybe your religion is not completely fulfilling you or not completely right, or something's a little fishy about the things that I've been learning about this God guy. If you've been feeling that, it's because it's your inner being calling you towards the real God. And let me tell you something. It's very personal to you. It's not going to be the same thing that it is for me. That's the God that I need. In order to be able to be my best self, I need a God that's got my fucking back. I need a God that loves me no matter how shitty I might think I am. I need a God that's there for me when nobody else is. I need a God that's going to hold my hand through the darkness. I need that God. And God will be that for me. And it's an exchange of energy. When I say, God, I will give you my all. I will be my best self. I will be the most joyful thing I possibly can be. I will spread this beautiful energy all across the land. But I need you to have my back. I need to feel worthy of you having my back. I need to feel blessed. I need you to help me feel blessed. I need to know that even if I don't know, I have you. And that's the God that I need. And so I encourage you, I suggest to you, I very easily, lightly suggest to you, and if you reject it, that's fine. If you don't want to go that path, that's fine. God is whatever. I know that this is a really weird, touchy subject for a lot of people, and I want you to I want you to know that when I say God, this is what I mean. And so it really doesn't bother me if the word God bothers you. It doesn't bother me if it doesn't bother you. It does. I know that no matter what, the word is going to mean something different to you than it does to me. But if I feel like saying the word God, I'm going to say it because that feels good to me. It feels good to say God. It feels good. And I've been so blessed by the God that I needed and the God that and really what happened on a spiritual level is I called upon God. I asked. And I was given. The Bible says that. I was asked and I was given. Today's ACIM live lesson, I do a Facebook Live, A Course in Miracles workbook lesson, and today's review is all that I give is given to myself. I asked the question, and it was answered. And when it was the God that I needed, I asked it with intense desire. And God answered. Something answered. I choose to call that God. You don't have to. You can call it whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. That's the thing, is that because I have created a relationship, I created my relationship with God. God didn't come and create this relationship. Yes, God did. Obviously, God created me and all that stuff, but I chose. God gave me this willingness, this will of choice, right? I chose to say, all right, I want a relationship with you. And God was like, finally. That essence was like, woohoo! She's on board. And what happened is, because I took the initiative and created this relationship, nobody can shake that from me. Ain't nobody gonna shake that from me. You can tell me that I'm a terrible singer, I might believe you. Maybe not believe you, but I might get a little bit upset about it. You can tell me something about myself that I might get I'm gonna have a little ego there. You can't tell me what God is for me. You can't tell me what God is, because that relationship I initiated, and it is unshakable. And if it ever were to not be unshakable, I would simply pray to God. So technically, it wouldn't ever be unshakable. Wouldn't ever be shakeable. Because I would say, God, I'm doubting you right now. I need you to come. I need you to show me something different. So I would love for you to share down below what God means for you. And no judgment here, guys. The only thing, and this is why I call this the inspiration conversation, is the only thing I want you to do is feel inspired by some people's answers. And if you aren't in accordance with their answer, totally say, that's not me. That's totally not the God that I need. But that is but good for you that you found that. And you know what? It's probably going to change as we grow, as we experience things. I actually I went into a meditation again, and something came out of me as what is God, and I can't even remember it. I wrote it down and it's deleted. I'm sure it'll come to me another time, but it was different. It was different. It was, I am the thing that sparks joy. It was more about me. It was, I am the mother of my creations. It was a much more empowering definition of God, and it was much more internal definition of God. I wish that I've lost it somehow. I can't even remember what it started off as, but it definitely was, I am the thing that sparks joy, and I am the mother of my creations. And there were some other lines in there that I can't quite remember, but it was really beautiful, and it's changed, and it's more inclusive. It's like, oh yeah, this is God too. That other thing is God, but this is God too. And so I want you to all accept one another and really know that the comments down below, everybody else's comments, it's not about you. You don't have to get offended by somebody else's definition of God. And if you do get offended by somebody else's definition of God, it's maybe because you don't have an unshakable relationship with God. And maybe it's time to initiate your relationship with God. Maybe, guys, on Freedom Friday, it's time to initiate your relationship with God. Let's do it. Like, oh, God just went, yes. Bring them to me. Bring them to me. I'm here. I'm waiting. I'm loving. I'm guiding. I've been here all along. You just couldn't see me. And that's the thing, is that your willingness to initiate a relationship with God just opens your eyes. That's all it does. Opens your eyes. Puts the ball in your court. And you're like, all right, you're not a slave to religion. You're not a slave to somebody else's idea of God that's like a million gazillion years old. We've expanded so much since then. And I'm not knocking religion. I'm not at all. There is a lot about, I pray to Jesus, guys. There's a lot in the Bible that I follow. There's a lot about religion that I follow. Buddhist religion, Taoism, there's a lot. I'm not too familiar with Muslim religion. But there's a lot about other religions that I follow. And there's a lot that I don't. Take what I need. And that's all that matters. And a lot of people, and even your own ego might say, who do you think you are? Bring that to God. I mean, it's up to you. You don't have to accept any of the stuff that I'm saying. Or you can. It's just a nice little suggestion. But really, it really doesn't matter to me what you think God is or not. And that's a beautiful place to be. It's nothing, I'm untouchable. I'm spiritually untouchable because nothing can shake my definition of God other than myself. Other than myself. Ball's in my court, ball's in your court. You got this, guys. There's a lot of shit drudging up. I can feel it, guys. Ooh, I can feel it. Oh my God, all the Sunday school nuns that told you that thing that, you're gonna go to hell. It's not true. Yeah, it's crazy. It's very crazy. So let's love one another. Let's love one another in the inspiration conversation down below. I love you guys. I love you so much. It's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Make sure you follow me all throughout social media. I do lots of cool stuff, if you don't know. And I also have a lifestyle channel I just started. So if you ever like my hair or my makeup or like my design stuff, you're more than welcome to go over there. Ask me some questions. Give me some ideas for some new videos because I've been having a blast over there with that new channel. Lots of my family members pop up there. It's like vlog form, so it's lots of fun. You get a little bit more behind the scenes stuff. All right, I love you guys to mother effing death. And yes, I've had a lot of people say that you love that I preach and I curse at the same time. That's just me. If you don't like that, you probably shouldn't be watching me because I do a lot of it. That's all right though. I love you. I love you. I love you so, so much. And I will see you next week. Mwah! Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Give it a thumbs up and share it with whoever you think it could help. Don't forget to join the inspiration conversation down below and give me an idea for my next Freedom Friday video. If you want to get these videos every single week and more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you find me on social media at Darienne Empire on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you so much for your support. I love you all.